Hi viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time, please kindly hit the subscribe button. And for this video, we are going to be working on the back flap of this bag that is showing on our screen, and it was actually created by Fong as pelts. Please. So for the stitch, we are going to be making use of our star stitch. You can make use of any other stitches that you want, and you can see the back flap is a maple leaf shaped back flap. So first you want to draw according to your measurements, that is the breadth that you've created for the body of your back. Go, sorry. So then you can go ahead to take your time and draw. Please note, I don't know how to draw, so if I can do this, you can do it too. Do you understand? Creativity is doesn't have to doesn't mean you have to know how to do all these things. It starts from somewhere, please. So just go ahead and draw. Don't be scared. Don't say you don't know how to draw. These are just strokes, so they are things you can do. So just take your time and draw what you have to draw. Just be creative. Any mistake is a style, please. So after you're done, then you want to go ahead, get your scissors ready because you're going to be cutting, and it might take a lot of time. Place it on your drawing on it and see if it fits. Can you see? Actually, this bag is shrinked, so that's why it's a little bit smaller. So after checking if it fits, then you can um go ahead to cut your paper first. Take your time. You can take as much time as you need. So this is just when I started cutting it out. It was a bit slow, but it's worth it. It's worth the time, because after you are done and you see what you've created, you'll be happy with yourself. So just take your time to cut what you're cutting. You might just want to keep cutting along the lines that you've drawn, so you don't have any any flop. So just be extra careful, and thank God it's on paper, so it's easy for you to turn your scissors and your paper. And after you are done, this is what you should have. This is what it should look like. So this gives you like a view of how it will look on your bag. So if you want to withdraw what you have, then you can go ahead to withdraw. So after you're fine with what you've drawn, then you can go ahead to transfer on your leather. Please, if you don't have a leather at home, you might as well have some um like a leather bag, probably that you don't like again, so you can use this one, just recycle that bag, because you're going to be needing just a small piece of that. Some part might have been bad, then you can have the other ones that are still good and make use of them. So it's just to be creative, and that is what we do as crocheters, right? So for your leather, please, after you pin your paper on the leather, so it doesn't fly around, so you can have exactly what you have on your paper. You won't you don't have to cut it like you cut your paper, that is, you have a whole um like it was just one that we removed, like one paper. This one, it takes strategy. You understand? You can cut from the left to the right. Just make sure that you are not making mistake, because you want your leather cut to be neat. Do you understand? So just take your time for this. Can you see how I'm doing this? So I'm not doing it like directly. So I have to cut from the right to where I can fix. So because I can't turn my leather, the leather is kind of hard. So that's why you can have as much pieces. After all, you don't need that side anymore. What you need is what you're cutting. So you're good to go. Just take your time and keep doing it. So before I finish cutting it, there is another thing I want us to note actually. You would see that the leather that I cut actually is quite taller than the paper. And the reason being that the flap comes from the back actually. So the paper that I cut was just for the um the drawing part. Do you understand? So you can go ahead and trace your bag. So this is actually how the flap will be, because it comes from the back. So you want it to um be quite longer than what you've cut, unless you cut your paper exactly to be the size that you want your back flap to be. So you can just trim the edges if they are too much, and you're good to go for that. Yeah, we are not going to be throwing our paper away, because we are still going to make use of it. We still need to keep it. So you can check your leather. Can you see how it looks? So it doesn't look exactly like that first, because we've not put all the sewing, the stitching that are on it is not there yet. So just, can you see that it fits? It's like the leather and it fits very well. So we are still going to take it to our machine and stitch all this part that I'm showing to you. We're still going to our machine just for it's not as if you're stitching it or anything. You're just creating a stitch on it. So you might want to check your bag handle that you've created, see if it fits. So you can just make your markings on it, so you can know where to sew um your bag handle too on the leather before you actually stitch it to your bag. So you take it to your sewing machine, and then you can start sewing. Please take your time as well for this, for your sewing. You can decide to keep cutting if you want to move to another part to join. You can decide to keep cutting, and you can also decide to um keep cutting your yarns actually, and you can also decide to finish and then start cutting the yarns actually. So you can just take your time and start sewing. I started from the middle because I didn't want my paper to shift. And don't worry about me doing it on the paper actually. There is a reason for that. And the reason is that if if I if I made a drawing, if I replicated it on my leather, it will not make sense, and it might not look like kind of neat at the end of the day. So what you want to do is stitch it on the paper and follow the pattern that you drew already. And then after you're done, they are going to remove the paper. It will be easy to remove, don't worry about that. So you're going to remove from the paper, so it will have the stitching will still be on the leather. So that is what you need to get those designs on your leather. Then I need to tell you that you'll be dealing with a lot of thread cutting at this point. So, and the type of thread I use is what you're seeing at the corner there. It's a multicolored gopherfly thread. After dealing with a lot of struggles, I ended up finishing up with this. And then this is a part where you want to remove your paper. Can you see how I was removing them? Then fast forward, you can go ahead to finish the body of your bag. Actually, for the side of that bag too that we are replicating, is actually leather that is there too. So I just cut and give it I didn't cut it like the exact length because I was still going to do crochet, so I just reduced it by half an inch for both the length and the breadth. So what the length I just, yeah, it's actually both, yeah, because I worked crochet on it too. And as you can see, can you see the side? So that is why then we are done with our bag. Can you see how it looks? Can you see? So this is drawing the what you wanted. The so now it looks more like a maple leaf kind of back flap. Yeah, this is a closer look on the thread. Can you see that it's a multicolored? I didn't really want, I wanted it like a simple bag, and here you have it. You can go ahead and try yours and let me know what you've got. So, please, if you are a returning viewer, I really, really, really do appreciate all your time and your likes and comments. Thank you so much. And if you are just a new, if you're new to my YouTube channel, please and please subscribe to my YouTube channel so I can create more content for you. Please, thank you so very much. Thank you. So